Hi, what's up? How are you guys doing? New Sibling Arise vid. Today we're back for the testings of Winter Fang. So the weapon just came out, and if you're wondering if it's a good weapon or not, this is the right video. But first thing first, before this video starts, make sure you're supporting me on the mobile creator program. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. You just need to connect your game account to your mobile account, and then you'll be able to support me to receive free codes. I'm sending new codes every day to every new supporter, so make sure you're supporting me. There's a new code coming in the next days, so make sure you don't miss that. Alright, so first, I will not be that guy that reads out the passive. Like I said on my chat guide already, I don't think it's necessary. If you want to know what the fuck the weapon does, then you can read it yourself. What I can tell you though is which weapon is good with this weapon, and also in which scenario you should use that weapon. First, I want to be clear, this video will be focusing on Song Jinwoo fights only, meaning guild boss and POD will not be taken into account. I'm planning to make separate vids for those two game modes as they are really important on their own, so this video will only show Winter Fang's potential for anything regarding Song Jinwoo only, such as Wobble with hard mode coming out soon, so it's really important, trials, story, dungeon, etc. There's, in my opinion, only two weapon combo worth mentioning, not to confuse people. Even though I tried like all the weapons with Winter Fang, those two combinations are the best ones that I found and are the most effective. I have one option that's quite free-to-play friendly while still being very good, and then the other one that's like the optimal way of running it, that's obviously less free-to-play friendly, but if you want to be competitive and of course running the optimal stuff, this is what you should run. And I want to say something real quick. Unlike other creators, I do my testings in real fight scenarios as well, because in my opinion, running alone in guild boss makes no fucking sense. I think you have to do both ways, so the actual fights and then the guild boss thing, to have the actual like best answers. But anyways, as I said, I have a free-to-play friendly build, which is Winter Fang with the Truth Kasaka Venom Fang. Obviously, the Truth Kasaka Venom Fang is a free weapon. You get it from the Formidable Combatant thing. Everyone has it. It's really good. You have it A5 maybe, not A6, but it doesn't matter. This weapon in combination with Winter Fang is really good because they have this synergy with the Blessing Stone Wolf Assassin. Obviously, they work really well together. The only problem itself is that Venom Fang doesn't have that much value as a weapon itself. It doesn't deal much damage, and its buff outside of the one that gives with the Blessing is not really insane. So obviously it's a great combination, and I think anyone that has it should run that, but it's not the best. Like I said, the best in my opinion is with Stormbringer. This weapon combination is by far the best you could run. On everything that I tried it on, it was the best results I had. It's honestly just insane. The buffs that you get from Venom Fang also helps you with your damage on Stormbringer and vice versa. Those two weapons really go well together, and I think this is like one of the deadliest weapon combo there is, if not the deadliest. At the end of this video, you will have two gameplays, one on the tier 70 of the trials, as well as one on Proof of the Strong 20 BERU at the end also, with those two weapons as well, so you can see how insane that combo is. And now let's see what's the best thing to run with those two weapons in my opinion. So first thing first, the supports really depend on whatever you're doing, but I think having supports is really good. If you need a breaker, you can swap in Siren. I think that's like the main thing you need to know. For the shadows, you have two main options, BERU or Bestie. Depending on the game mode, it will vary, but I did it with BERU. I had better results on the game modes that I played, but maybe Hard Yog will require to run Bestie. It also works. In terms of gear sets, you'll have two main options. Obviously, on the left side, Curse is a no-brainer, and then on the right side, depending on the length of the fight, you want to switch between Expert for longer fights and Obsidian for shorter fights. You don't have MP problems, so running Obsidian wouldn't be an issue at any moment, but obviously running Expert for longer fights make the most sense, as well as honestly you don't really have stacking problems, because sometimes when you run a few weapons you have a trouble like stacking it for some reason. With this combo you really don't have any, so it's really good. In terms of skill that you can run with this weapon combination, you have multiple ones actually that I really like. First one, Cold Ice, is really good. You can run it, no problem. Second one that I really like is Wind Shroud. Unironically, really good, especially with Stormbringer. The attack boost that you get is insane. Obviously, if you need high breaking skills, you can run Iceberg or Vacuum Wave. It works really good. Of course, you can take advantage of Stormbringer's passive at A5 with high speed rotation. And if you want to go for a more aggressive damage build, you can also run Secret Explosion. There's a lot of skills that work with these two weapons, and all of them are actual valid points, and I agree with all of them. I would at least advise you to have one water skill to get some power gauge up with Fang's passive, right? But you could also run double wind and it wouldn't be that much of an issue. For the QTEs, for the Death QTE, obviously Ice Strike is really good, but Overshadow still clears in my opinion. Obviously it will depend on the content. And for the Collapse QTE, Thunderstorm is a no-brainer. I don't think I need to explain why. And then for the blessing stones, obviously there's one no-brainer, it's Title Wolf Assassin. The second no-brainer should be Reawakening if you're into longer fights. If you're in a fight where you can kill in one rotation, you obviously swap it out, but in most cases you will be running it with Reawakening. Then we have two spots. One spot will be obviously for Sharp Perception, being in my opinion the second best blessing of the game. Then for the last spot, you obviously want to run Pulverize if you need to break the boss, but if there is no break gauge, Mana Rampage can be really good, Bloodlust can be a really good choice, Weakness Detection, Intuit, Boss Slayer, all those additional damage blessings will be really good. And yeah, now you guys basically know everything you needed to know about this weapon. In my opinion, it's a great weapon that you should go for if you can. The fact that you are able to run it with a free-to-play weapon makes it as well super accessible. So honestly, I'm a fan of this weapon, and if you are able to get it, you should really get it. Now we're just gonna go over the BERU Proof 20 fight together, then I'll leave you guys with the Trail Floor 70 gameplay that I recorded at the end. As always, if you like my straight to the point guides, make sure you are dropping a like, commenting, and also subscribing to the channel to not miss any more of those. I really appreciate it. Your support has been insane the past few months, so let's keep going. First, I'm just going to go over the setup real quick and then we'll go into the fight. BERU Sorbi Bestie for the shadows, Goto, Seorin, Meilin for the supports, and obviously Stormbringer as the second weapon. For the sets, Curse and Obsidian for Songjinwoo because we're speedrunning that bitch, Guardian and Wish for Goto, Break and Sylph for Seorin, and then Full Blessing for Meilin. For the skills, I went with Rin Shroud and Sequent Explosion, and for the QTs, I went with Overshadow and Thunderstorm. For the blessings, since we're running Winter Fang, I obviously went with Wolf Assassin. I had with that Sharp Perception, Pulverize, and then Bloodlust. So now I'm on Premiere Pro, my editing software, and I'm just going to show you guys the run. So basically, I just spawn Meilin early, get into the boss room, and then here everything else goes super fast. I'm going to use Seorin, use my shadows, use my Stormbringer, everything is going to hit. Then afterwards, I'm spamming to use my Goto, start using my Wind Shroud, the boss is broken, Shadow Step, Seorin again, Secret Explosion, huge damage, and then I start with the Fang skill, 1, 2, 3, 28%, Thunderstorm, 7% left, Overshadow, done. This is insane, honestly. Like, as you can see, the damage of that weapon is through the roof. But yeah, man, that's basically it. This weapon is just insane. I hope you guys enjoyed this vid. I will now leave you guys with the tier 70 of the Trials gameplay that I recorded. I'll see you guys in my next one. See ya.